today we'll be looking at the divisibility test of 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to start with the divisibility test of 2. Okay, so we'll start with 2. Now we have to define how do we know that a number is divisible by 2. A number is divisible by 2 if the last digit is an even number or 0. Okay, and even numbers are numbers which, when you divide them by 2, the quotient or the answer we get is a whole number, and it's completely divisible by 2. That's an even number. So how do we know that a number is divisible by 2? If the last digit is an even number or 0. Okay, so I'm going to write the definition. A number is divisible by 2 if the last digit is an even number or 0. So I'm going to give an example so that we understand what you're doing. In all these three, I'll use the number 61,500. Okay, now we have to check the last digit. The last digit is 0. So if it's an even number or 0, we can see it's 0. So we know that this number 61,500 is divisible by 2. Yes, that's how we know. Yeah, if the last digit is not an even number or 0, that's not divisible by 2. Let's go to the next one. We'll go to 3. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of the digits is a multiple of 3. By the term multiple, we can see it comes from the term multiply. So any number, like if you take a number multiplied by 3, the answer you get, we say that's the multiple of 3. 3 multiplied by any number you get its multiple. Okay, so I'm going to write the definition. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of the digits is a multiple of 3. Yeah, that's how you know a number is divisible by 3. Now, we'll use the same number I had used before. Let us do an example. The number is 61,500. Okay. So the sum means we add all the digits. If the sum of the digits is a multiple of 3, so we add all the digits in this number. 6 plus 1 plus 5 plus 0 plus 0. What do we get? 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 plus 0 is 12, I mean. So now, is 12 a multiple of 3? How do we know that 12 is a multiple of 3? You know that 3 times 4 is equals to 12. So yes, 12 is a multiple of 3. So the number 61,500 is divisible by 3. As simple as that. As simple as that. Let's go to the next number, 4. How do we know that a number is divisible by 4? Okay, I know there are some perfectionists here. A number is divisible by 4 if the last 2 digits is a multiple of 4 or are both 0. I mean, 4 and 2 are kind of almost the same, but 2 we just look at the last digit, but 4 we look at the last 2 digits, either if the last 2 are a multiple of 4 or are both 0. So let's write that. A number is divisible by 4 if the last 2 digits is, back here, is a multiple of 4 or are both 0. When I say both, I mean the last 2 digits. So we'll use the same number. Let's have an example. The same number, 61,500. 61,500, we have the last 2 digits as 0. So yes, it is divisible by 4. By multiples of 4, I mean like numbers that you get after you multiply a number by 4. So you check the last 2 digits. If they're both 0, yes, it's divisible by 4. That's all for today. Stay tuned for the next one.